He didn't leave because he didn't care. He left because deep down, he didn't believe he was ever really wanted. That's the part nobody talks about. Men don't fear love. They fear not being chosen when it really counts. It's easy to look calm on the outside, keep it cool, number collected. But inside, most men carry this quiet ache, like they've spent their whole life trying to be good enough for someone, anyone. And no matter how strong they get, how much they do, or how much they give, there's still this haunting question sitting in the dark. Would she pick me if she had every choice in the world? Not the version of him that's useful, not the one that shows up on time, fixes things, pays bills, protects, provides, but the real version, the tired version, the one with flaws, the one that overthinks, the one that gets insecure, the one that breaks sometimes. That's the version he's scared nobody will ever choose. And the truth is, a lot of men have never really felt chosen. Wanted maybe, needed sure, but chosen? That's different. Chosen says, I see you even when you're not performing. Chosen says, you don't have to earn this. You already are this. But most men have been conditioned to think love is something you win, something you work for, that if you're good enough, strong enough, silent enough, useful enough, then maybe, just maybe, you'll be picked. And if you're not picked, then the only answer must be that something's wrong with you. You ever wonder why some men pull away the moment things get too deep? It's not because they're scared of closeness. It's because closeness feels like standing at the edge of a cliff and realizing someone else now holds the power to walk away. And some part of him still remembers the last time that happened, still remembers being a boy who showed too much, hoped too much, and ended up left behind. So now, even when someone offers him real love, he hesitates. Not because he doesn't want it, but because a part of him believes it'll end the same way, quietly, suddenly, and he'll be standing there again, wondering what he did wrong. Men don't talk about this. They joke. They stay busy. They pretend they don't care. But deep down, they feel it. Every time they're compared, every time they're the backup plan, every time she says, you're good, but I'm just not ready, and then she's married to someone else a year later. Every time they give their all and still hear, I just need space. They start to believe maybe they're only lovable when they're useful. Maybe their heart isn't enough. Maybe their softness is a liability. And it builds. Over time it builds. That quiet belief that no matter what they do, they'll never be enough for the one they actually want. So they stop trying. Not because they're players, not because they don't feel, but because rejection has a way of teaching men to unfeel things, to turn the volume down, to stop hoping so loudly. But it never really goes away. That need to be chosen, to be seen, to be told, I'd still pick you, even on your worst day, because at the end of the day, it's not sex that most men are starving for. It's closeness, it's safety, it's that rare moment when they don't have to prove anything, when someone holds their face and looks them in the eyes like they're the answer, not the question. And I don't think enough people realize how heavy it is to always feel like the protector, but never the protected. To always be the one people lean on, but never the one who gets to collapse. So men stop reaching out. They stop trying to explain. They convince themselves that needing love makes them weak, that being chosen is a fantasy, not a reality. But here's the secret. Even the quietest man, the most guarded, the most emotionally distant one you know, still carries that small hope. That maybe, just maybe, someone will walk into his life and see past the armor. That maybe he won't have to fight for love this time. He won't have to beg for someone to stay. That maybe someone will finally choose him, not for what he gives, but for who he is. That's the wound. That's the fear. Not being alone, not being unloved, but being replaceable. And it's hard to admit that out loud. It's hard to sit with the fact that you've given your best to people who walked away like it was easy. That you've loved with everything in you and still weren't enough to make someone stay. But if you feel that, if you've carried that, you're not crazy. You're not broken. You're just a man who feels deeply in a world that told you to shut it down. Men don't fear love. They fear giving all of themselves and still being left standing in the silence. And if no one's ever told you this before, you're not hard to love. You're just waiting to be chosen by someone who actually sees you.